Good morning. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. I'm just going to jump right in. Thank you for the subscribes, the likes, the views, the comments, the memberships, the shares. I appreciate everything and everyone. If you've seen my channel before and you like how I read, please subscribe. I am trying to reach a goal of 2,000. So we're just going to jump right in. This morning, I heard return to sender times 10. I heard I literally saved the drama for your own mama. Bottom of the deck, we have Goddess of the Moon. That is someone who is intuitively tuned in. That is someone who is connected. That is someone who is like the high priestess. It's the goddess of the moon. It's like she who knows. She can see, but she doesn't necessarily say what she sees. Show us the message, Spirit. Thank you. We have anxiety and we have action. Someone is worried. They're worried about something that they put into action. They put this into action out of envy on their part. And now they're worried about it because it's been returned to sender times 10, and they're concerned because they know what they put out there. And they're afraid of what they're going to get back. Show us the message, Spirit. Show us the message. Thank you. They're thinking about this. They are thinking about these hostilities. They're thinking about their anger. They're thinking about their pride. They're thinking about how much hurt they wanted to cause you, how they didn't care. They didn't care what it cost you or what kind of pain it caused you. But they're thinking about this now because they're noticing that things are starting to turn around. They're noticing that all those hostilities that they had towards you, those are actually coming back on them. For a second, they didn't understand what was happening. They just felt like, this is weird. This is strange. It never really happens like this. But now they're more tapped in. They're understanding that, you know what? Spirit has stepped into the building. Spirit has taken control. Spirit has decided to change this situation. And this broken heart that you wished on someone else, that you tried to push that energy towards someone else, is now being returned to you tenfold. Tenfold. With strength, with might, with tenacity, with ferocity, with vitality, and with just as much disdain for you as you put out for someone else. Just as much. So someone is getting ready to go on a journey. This is a journey of self-discovery. This is a journey of love. This is a journey of what you put out comes back. And they're starting to see that now. It's taking some time, but they're starting to see that now. Because it's like They wished ill on someone else's relationships. They wanted someone else to sit there and suffer. They cast a spell over someone else's life. They wanted someone else to say, see, I missed this great thing. It's almost like someone had cast a spell on a love life. I'm starting to get this vision. I'm starting to get this picture of someone who really wanted to be with someone else in whatever capacity, but they could not. It's like they were not chosen for whatever reason. Whether someone enjoyed the company of someone else more than them, someone trusted someone else more than them, someone got along with someone else more than them, whatever it was, they were not chosen at that time. So they tried to cast that evil eye on someone as if, let this be a lesson to you. You'll never find another like me. But Spirit has broken that spell, has broken that curse, has broken whatever that was there to harm us, and has returned it to the person that it rightfully belongs to, times 10. So if you think that something is not coming towards me that is my just due, no, it's coming towards me, my just due, 10 times more than what I was initially due. And it's leaving your life 10 times more than had you just not tried to take it. Bottom of the deck, we could be talking with, talking about an emperor, someone who is this thinking man that said, you know what, I wanted to be with someone so much, but I couldn't, whatever reason. And so I decided that I was going to move on. But whenever I moved on, I decided that I was going to say, okay, you'll never find another like me. The Knight of Swords, the Eight of Coins, and the Two of Staffs. It's like this curse, this spell, it's been returned. It's going back to its rightful place. And this person can see that because they see that it's not working. This person is sitting here wondering why everything that they put out seems like it's wearing off, seems like it's not working, seems like it is diverting. And it's because this high priestess, she felt it. She saw it. She understood it. She recognized it. She realized it. And she put an end to this burden because she knew her own self-worth. And when she realized what was going on, when she realized who had done what, it stopped. It's over. It's done. The spell has been broken. And she is free to go and love. She is free for someone else to come in because she knows she is the Empress. She knows who she is. And those that attempt to suit her, They understand who she is. Someone else, they understand who she is too, but they're sad that they did not get her. And you can switch the energies, her, him. I'm just talking about whether it's a male or a female on the card. But they knew that this person was their wish fulfillment. They knew. But they felt like, you know what? If I can't have her, nobody can. If I don't get her, nobody gets her. And therein lies the curse. Therein lies the curse that has been upon this person for so long, that people have come close, people have approached. There have been several that have wanted to be committed, but for whatever reason, it did not happen. And this high priestess kept trying to figure out why, until she understood the truth of that curse that had been put upon her so many years ago to keep her unbalanced, to keep her looked over, to keep someone always leaving her life. She understood now. Now she understands. Now that curse has been broken. Spirit stepped in. Spirit took control. And that curse is done. That curse is over. Spirit said, you are free, baby. You are free to go and love whoever it is that wants to love you respectfully, responsibly, lifelong commitment. This is what you deserve. This is what you want. This is your heartfelt wish. And I'm about to bless you, baby, because you've been so kind, so generous. You've been so patient, so loving. You have been. You've been waiting for this person to come. But the wait is over. It's time for you to move over. It's time for you to move forward. And it's time for this person to move over. Can you get out of the door? Because you blocking people trying to come in. Move. Either step in properly, step to the side, or get stepped on. The choice is yours. But someone else is coming through. And they intend to come through. They intend to come through and change everything up. They know what they want. They're not afraid. They're not stuck. They don't want you to be stuck. They want to set you free. And they intend to do just that. Set you free. What does Spirit say? Spirit said, this is the truth. That curse has been broken. That bond has been severed. That cord has been cut. If you didn't know what you wanted, it does not matter at this point. Doesn't make a difference because Spirit has already decided. If you left this person waiting, you left them waiting one day too long. Bottom of the deck. devil. Could be talking about a Capricorn. Could be talking about somebody that's got these toxic energies. Could be talking about somebody who wanted to try and take control of a situation to make it as they want it to be. But this person, they did it one day too long. They held back a little too much. Spirit said, the game has now changed. Show us, Spirit. Thank you. Show us about someone else coming in. Show us about this action and this anxiety, this person who's afraid to come in. What else, Spirit? Thank you. Well, it's definitely somebody from the past. Somebody that you know. It's definitely somebody that has fond feelings of you, and you have fond feelings of this person. It's somebody that completed a cycle. Somebody that completed a cycle with a Queen of Wands. Someone who found out that this person that they thought that they wanted to be with turned out to be a witch. Turned out to be not who they thought it was. Turned out to be somebody that was possibly loose, possibly somebody that slept around, somebody that had their own agenda. Somebody that sees that not only are you an earth angel, but somebody that sees that you are balanced. You're healing, you're kind, you're generous, you're all of those things that Queen of Wands was not. And now someone wants to come in because they see, oh my God, what the fuck was I thinking? Like I said, they were trying to manipulate the situation. They were trying to hold back a little bit too much. They were trying to be a little too guarded. As if they reached out, if they said something, if they came forward, if they started, if they progressed, somehow you were going to be able to sneak in. You were going to be able to connive. You were going to be able to do something to cast some type of aversion over them. Come on, who the fuck got time like that shit? People are trying to live their lives. People are trying to be happy. People aren't trying to be controlled. People aren't trying to be manipulated, maneuvered, played with. That's someone else's ego, thinking that they can get the upper hand, because thinking that's what people want. People don't want that shit. Where the fuck you been? Who the fuck are you? Did you forget that this is not a channel for 5th or 6th graders? This is just a channel for adults only. So if this is you and this is how you are acting, click off now. Go get your mommy and bring her to me so I can give her a good tongue lashing like she deserves. Now this thinking man with this hostilities, these holding these grudges, these pent up hostilities, these I'm checking, I'm keeping this list, I'm checking it, I'm keeping a list of everything I feel this person did is a transgression against me, and I'm not letting that go ever. This person is now seeing that they are the only ones that brought the conflict to any type of situation. They are the only ones, each and every situation. They're the ones who was brought the conflict, acting like a fool, a straight up fool. What else about this thinking man and these hostilities? Thank you, Spirit. And they sitting here watching you. The reason they have these hostilities and they thinking about this now is because they see you over here doing your thizzle by yourself. They see you getting justice. You ain't even thinking about them. You sitting here decided that you were going to leave it to God. You were going to leave it to God. And you decided to go ahead and rest this situation. Put this to rest. And you know what? This is justice, because guess what? You have been single for far too long. It's time for you to come out of the cold, and it's time for that other person to go into the cold. I'm telling you, this is someone who wanted to make it so that no one else ever came near you because they were feeling some sort of way. They were feeling like since they couldn't have you, they didn't want anyone else to have you. And it was their ego. That was just their ego, because they felt rejected. Sorry, y'all probably heard my stomach, but that's confirmation. I haven't eaten yet. Please don't act up while we're recording. What else, Spirit? Let's talk about this door to Spirit. That Spirit said, when you decided, God, I give up on this situation. I lay this to rest because I'm no longer waiting. I deserve happiness. I deserve love. I deserve to be seen. God said, let me take care of the rest. Thank you, Spirit. Show me. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Heavenly Spirit. Thank you. What's the message? What's the message the Spirit has? Thank you. Yeah, Spirit said, I'm returning all of this. I just needed you to see. I needed you to understand where this was coming from. And it's like for so long you protected this person. You defended this person. But it was this person that was the one who's done this to you. It was the one who cast those, who stopped, didn't want anyone else to come near you because they secretly wanted to have you. And since they couldn't have you, like I said, they didn't want nobody else to do it. And it wasn't until recently here that this person even stopped to realize that, you know what? I'm not happy with what I got. I'm not happy with the choice that I made. And I understand now that I could have just chose to have a conversation and be with somebody else. Someone else is understanding that the spell they cast on you, they also cast on themselves. They may have had a quote unquote mate, a quote unquote spouse, a quote unquote life partner, but that wasn't their soulmate. That was just on paper. That was just for the world to see. But they know, truthfully speaking, the reason that they wanted to put a curse on you is because, truthfully speaking, they wanted to build that family with you. That's what they see with you. The same one that they were so defensive about, the same one that they tried to keep everyone else away, is the same one that they have so much passion for. It's the same one that they cast a spell on, because you know what? This person was just acting like an immature little boy energy. They had their pick of whoever, and this is confirmation. At one point, they had their pick of whoever. But their pride wouldn't let them choose this one, because they felt like this one had turned their back on this one had turned their back or her back on them. And that was the one. There, see, now that was the one that they should have worked on. That was the relationship that they should have worked on. That was the one they should have worked to be with. But instead, that was the one that they chose to cast this spell on, to keep this person stuck. Not understanding that that stuck feeling, it's actually them. That's actually how they feel right now. Stuck. It was actually returned to them tenfold. Stuck. They don't know how to get away from this toxic energy. They feel stuck. And they felt stuck for so long. For so long. They kept that to themselves. They've often thought about if they made a different decision. They often thought about if they made a different choice. They often thought about, could they go back and choose someone different? Can they start over? Can they build with someone else? They've thought about this. Would this person want to be with them in a committed relationship? They thought about that. And how it would feel if they could just leave, sneak off in the middle of the night one night and go be with this person, how they would feel, what they would feel, what they would do. They've envisioned being with this person so many times. They can't get this person out of their mind. This person was their wish fulfillment. This is the same person that they wanted to be single. This is the same person they can't get out of their heart. This is the same person that they want to start over with. This is the same person they want with that brand new start. This is who sets their heart on fire. This is who they want. The one that they cast a spell on, because they said, if I can't have her, nobody can. Nobody can. And so she waited. And she waited. And she waited. And she waited. And she waited and waited and waited. And this person never came. And here we are with the Lady of the Moon again. But this time she's like waking up. She's looking at everything. She's looking at everything. Secrets are coming out. Visions are being seen. New understandings are being had. She's thinking about her life and the children that she always wanted, but the children that she never had because she never had them with this person. She thought about how she always chose that path of always saying no, of those that always came up and approached her with loving offers, with commitment. But she chose to say no. Because she didn't realize that there was a spell that was cast upon her for her to remain single with the one that she felt she always loved. And that spell was that she would always feel she loved that person, so she would never be able to get over that person. She wanted that person to feel like that person was the one that got away. But really, she was the one that got away. Someone new is coming. This King of Wands who knows what he wants. He's coming in to take her away. He's letting her know, I'm here. I have a lot of passion for you. I know what I want. He's willing to work on this. He don't have to make up his mind. She's already made up her mind that it's time for her to move on from someone who's taking too long. This King of Coins, this King of Pentacles. Comfortable with himself, comfortable with his money. And maybe that's where he's at, is stuck on his money. Thinking about, what about my money? What about my money? What about my money? Remember that on your deathbed. Make sure that you speak clearly for the auto attendant to hear you. Now someone is no longer willing to be in that imbalanced energy. And someone is no longer willing to juggle someone. Someone knows, understands their worth. They are ready to be wife material. They are wife material. They are ready to be someone's wife. Whereas ultimately someone else's wife understands that this emperor now understands that it's time for him to leave. What else, Spirit? It's almost like confirmation. I was going to say it's almost like when this empress says it's time for me to go. I'm leaving. I'm no longer waiting. Then that's when the emperor comes in. Yeah. He was defensive. He was holding back. But now it's almost like this empress says, you know what? You can be as defensive. You can hold back as much as you want. You can fight this connection as much as you want. But I'm leaving. Now there's some communication that's getting ready to come in. This loving communication. Someone is rushing in now that someone else is leaving. They are rushing in to talk about, wait, wait, wait. I love you. Don't go. Be with me. I don't know what I was thinking. Now someone is rushing in to pledge their love, to show that they have this passion for you. Now someone is ready. But they understand that they've kept you out for so long. They've kept you at bay for so long. What does it say? King of Swords. But now they're ready to speak their truth. What about this thinking man, Spirit? What about this thinking man and these hostilities? Because I feel like this man, the reason he kept you on pause for so long is because he actually had a grudge against you for something that he had not worked through. He had not worked through that. But he wanted to hold you accountable and responsible for whatever it was that was him. It was all him. With the Eight of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Star, yes, he was trapped in something of his own making because he recognized who you were. You were his star, but instead of him going towards his star, he chose to remain stuck in the same cycle over and over and over. And the longer he stayed stuck in the cycle that he created, the angrier he became. And he tried to hold that on you, against you. And it's almost like he tried to prolong coming towards you. He tried to prolong coming towards you because he was angry. He was angry that he could not have you, possess you in the way that he wanted to. It was almost like maybe you had a baby with someone else and he was mad about that because he wanted you to be the mother of his children. And only his children. So therefore, he decided that you were not good enough to be his wife or the mother of his children. Because he looked at you like you were thin, marred, and scarred. So he chose to get with someone else. He chose to marry someone else. Maybe chose to marry someone else who already had children. Because he knew he didn't want children with this person. So he wanted to get someone who already had children because the person that he wanted to have children with, he was putting them on timeout. He was going to do for this other person who he didn't want children with, but he was with until. But it became to the point where he ended up getting stuck in something that he created. And was not able to get out of it. It's almost like this was his burden. The other person was in their own burden of not ever finding, being under the manipulation of not ever finding anyone that came near this person. And then the other person was creating a burden for someone else not to ever find happiness with someone else, which was returned to them tenfold. Which was returned to them tenfold. And it's like both people are just now waking up at the same time. Just waking up at the same time. The one who cast the spell understands that the spell is broken. The one who figured the spell out understands that the spell is broken. And it's almost like it's a race against the clock. Can somebody come in fast enough? Someone new? Or someone that held you out, was defensive against you? Do they finally come towards you? And now that you know what you know, what is it that you do? What is it that happens? What is it that Spirit says? Thank you. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else, Spirit? Whatever it is, I will say, justice prevails. The extended part is for the Soul Tribe members. The link is going to be below.